This is Marcy from Regal Tutors. Today we're going to be touring the USS Midway here in San Diego. While this deck was usually used to repair airplanes, if a couple sailors got into it, they would schedule a boxing match between the two sailors and have it here.
And salute! Two!
Behind me is one of the planes used in Operation Frequent Wind, which rescued Vietnamese refugees from the city of Saigon at the end of the Vietnam War in 1975.
That little wheel back there is called a tail dragger. Now they put it in the front of the plane because it's hard to land the plane with the back going down and the top going up. Here's the Corsair plane and the Avenger plane. They were used in a variety of wars, including World War II and the Korean War.
Did you know that GEICO stands for Government Employee Insurance Company? And it was started during the Great Depression to help veterans. And I have GEICO for my car insurance, so there you go.
Here's the chow line. You could eat as much as you wanted, you just couldn't leave any food left. Here's where they did laundry for all 4,500 people on the ship. Here's the tailor's area. Here's the kitchen with its 80-gallon pots. One of the cooks once said, "When beef ribs were on the menu, my buddies and I knew we'd have to cut up more than 2 tons of ribs the day before. Our arms were always sore the day after beef was served." The kitchen also has convection ovens and a giant mixer. All of this, the clothes, shoes, and personal effects, would fit inside this little locker. Here's the sick bay. Don't you just hate when you're cleaning and your wig starts to fall off?
During the Vietnam War, they would helicopter in supplies, and they would always try to get the frozen stuff unloaded first. But one day the frozen stuff came in at the end of the shipment, and so all the ice cream was melting. The captain went on the radio and said, "Everyone is on duty, get a spoon, and you can come to the front deck and eat some ice cream." And so 1,000 guys came and had an ice cream party. The USS Midway was commissioned in 1945, right after World War II, and is about 400 yards long or 1,000 feet. So of course, one problem with aircraft carriers is they don't have very long runways for jets to take off. So what they would use is they would use these catapults, and they could send the jet from 0 to 150 miles an hour in just 2 seconds. And they could go off the road.
I recognize this aircraft with its giant radar dish from my brother's micro machines.
This FA-18 Hornet was special because pilots helped design it and not just engineers, and they placed all the controls in the throttle and stick. It's called the Hornet system. Having all the controls in the throttle and stick meant they didn't have to look down in the cockpit, so they could just look around them the whole time and not be distracted by finding different buttons and levers. Look closely, and there's a little knob at the nose of the Skywarrior, and it is a place where you can refill the plane's midair, which they did use during Vietnam. Here on the USS Midway, they had all-male crews. However, that is no longer the case for aircraft carriers. The Lincoln over there has 20 to 25% of the crew female. In fact, 3 months ago, they had their first commanding officer that is a female, and she's the first female commanding officer of an aircraft carrier.
That's it for the USS Midway. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe.
Good night.